talk about are independent and dependent variables. You guys are probably really used to talking about these in science class. Okay, and in a relation, the value of the variable that determines the output is called the independent variable. The variable with a value that is dependent on the value of the independent variable is called the dependent variable. Okay, that sounds pretty complicated. Here's where it makes it a little bit easier. The domain contains the values of the independent variable. The range contains the values of the dependent variable. All right, and you can think about it like this. If we were thinking about a canon as being how my independent and dependent variables work, okay, and here's my lovely drawing of a canon, okay. And when I have these cannonballs, okay, I've got all these different cannonballs that I'm going to load in. And let's give this a little fuse. Okay. When I put in a cannonball, okay, I'm going to put a cannonball in. That is my independent variable. That's what I'm choosing. Whatever I put in, that's what I'm choosing. Then, once this shoots out, this is my dependent variable. Depending on how far it shoots out, depends on how much it weighs. I chose how much it weighed because of my independent variable, and then, because it weighed a certain amount, it flew a certain distance, that's my dependent variable. Independent is what you put in, dependent is what comes out because of what you put in. That's another way to think about it. So if I look at our example, we're going to identify the independent variable, and we're going to find the dependent variable for each of these situations. So if we look at the first one, we've got a dance committee is selling tickets to the fall ball. The more tickets they sell, the greater amount of money they can spend for decorations. So if we think about it, this last sentence is really telling us exactly what we need to know. The more tickets they sell, the greater the amount of money they spend for decorations. So if you're selling tickets, what can you change? Well, you can change the number of tickets sold. That's my independent variable. We can increase or decrease the amount of tickets sold. And when we sell tickets, more tickets, what happens? The more tickets we sell, the greater the amount of money they can spend on decorations. So what's the dependent variable? The amount of money they can spend on decorations. And this is kind of how it works, okay? When we change the number of tickets sold, it changes the amount of money they spend on decorations. Independent, dependent. Second one, generally the average price of going to the movies has steadily increased over time. So what's my independent variable? Well, when I change the time, the price of the movie changes. So time is going to be my independent variable, and my dependent variable is going to be average price of going to the movies. If we go back in time, the movie price would decrease. If we would go in future, the movie price would increase. Okay, but changing the price of a movie does not change what time we are in. Okay, time is the independent, it's the one we can change. Dependent is the one that changes because we changed the time. Okay, hopefully not too tricky. You should have been doing this a lot in science class, identifying independent and dependent variables.